What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we got a very special video for you. We're going to be going over 5 different things that college coaches look for when scouting and recruiting a quarterback. So we're going to be talking about the height and weight needed to be able to play at the Division I level, Division II, Division III, talk about some skills and attributes, and we're going to give you some exercises and drills to work on those skills and attributes for quarterbacks. So I hope this video helps you guys out. You'll get a ton of value out of this, especially if you want to play football at the next level. Now, also, fellas, if you're a quarterback and you would like to train with us this offseason, we are coming out to 15 different cities across the country for 2-day long QB and wide receiver camps. So if your quarterback would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches, check out that very first link in the description below. It has our entire travel list on there, how you can sign up. Our San Francisco camp we're going to first is completely sold out, but we will be coming out to Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, Charlotte, North Carolina, Portland, Oregon. They'll be heading out to Chicago, Illinois, Buffalo, New York, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas. They'll be coming out to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Boise, Idaho, and Los Angeles, California. So again, if you guys like some information on how you can sign up, how you can attend, again, check out that very first link in the description below, fellas. Hope you enjoy this video. All right, now before we get into the size and the different attributes physically that you need that college coaches are looking for to play at the next level, I want to talk about one thing that can help any quarterback, any size, any age, to be able to get noticed at the next level, and that's arm strength. So to play at the college level, you need to be able to make college level throws. So what are college level throws? So a college level throw, first one that comes to mind, maybe you're on, let's say you're a right-handed quarterback, you're on the right hash, and they're asking you to throw a 10 to 15 yard speed out to the left. So that's a college level throw. An 18 back to 16 yard comeback from the pocket. That's a college level throw. Now notice how I'm not talking about deep posts, deep fades, throwing the ball 50, 60, 70 yards downfield, because it's rare. I mean, in college level, especially Division I level, you're probably gonna have to throw the ball 50 yards, I would assume, right? It's very rare that you throw it past 50 yards. Even more, even 60, 70, that hardly happens unless it's a broken play or escaping out of the pocket and throw. So it helps to have that type of arm, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have that type of arm. You just have to be able to make those college level throws. So flick on a college game on Saturday. Watch some of the types of throws that these guys are making and try to add that to your routine. Now, arm strength is something that you're not just born with. Some guys are born with a naturally stronger arm than others. Maybe they have physical attributes that help them. They got more flexibility in their shoulders, so they got a lot of external rotation and they have a great whip to their arm. There are a lot of things that factor into arm strength, but stuff that you can do is obviously work on your throwing mechanics. If you search up any question about throwing mechanics, if you just type in First Down Training, QB mechanics drills, anything, you'll find a ton of information that we have posted that can help you with your motion. Physically, what can you do? Because if you have perfect mechanics, I feel that there gets to be a certain point where your arm strength is capped out. What you're going to do to work on that, strengthen your legs, strengthen your cores, strengthen your core, work on mobility in your shoulder. All of those things can help translate to the mechanical sequence that helps you generate power and arm strength. So get in a squat rack. I think squats are one of the best exercises for quarterbacks to strengthen your legs. Do some lunges, any type of core work, any type of band work where you're like working on flexibility over your head, all that's great for your shoulder. All those things can help with arm strength and can translate to college level play. Now, like I said, before we get into the height and weight, I want to talk about one more thing that is going to help you guys play at the next level that at any height, at any size, can help you stand out to college coaches, and that is going to be extend play ability. So I'm not asking you to be Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, Johnny Manziel, crazy athletes on the field. I am asking you to buy yourself some time. Be able to move in the pocket, be able to step up in the pocket, be able to escape out on the run and deliver throws on the run. That's all I'm asking for, and that's all college coaches are asking for. They understand that not everybody plays like Lamar Jackson, Johnny Manziel. They're not trying to recruit those types of players. If a guy is, great, that's freaking awesome. He's a true dual threat. They want passers, though, but they want passers who could extend the play. So that's what you got to try to show on your film. If you're a high school quarterback, a youth quarterback, and you're curious about how I can get noticed by coaches, your film does it all for you. If you could get your film in front of the right people and make a Twitter account, or an X account, I guess is what they call it now. But you make an X account. You have your Twitter highlights on your bio. You're reaching out to coaches. You're sending your film to them. On film, you should have plays where you extend the play. Like I said, you don't need to pull a zone read and take it 80 to the house. It certainly helps, but they just need you to be able to be in the pocket, buy some time and throw off platforms, step up, throw on the run. They're asking for those types of plays. Can you extend the play and do things they don't expect you to do? Quarterback is one of the most competitive positions because there can only be one of you, but there are thousands, literal thousands, I've seen it, guys, of quarterbacks across the country who could throw a post from the pocket. Thousands of quarterbacks who could throw a fade ball on a dime. There are plenty of accurate quarterbacks, guys, from the pocket, How are you going to separate yourself from that competition? And putting plays on your film where you extend the play and buy some time is how you can do that. So you must put those types of plays early in your highlight tape to showcase what kind of player you are. All right, so let's talk about the physical attributes. So height and weight. So first things first, your height. Height you cannot control. Fact of the matter how it is. You were either born, you were born, and you're either born to be tall or you're born to be short. There is no in between. It is one of the two at the quarterback position. You were 6 foot and below. Honestly, probably 6'1" and below. You're short for the quarterback position. 6'2" and above, you were tall, you might be average, and they're fine. If you're 6'2" and above, you don't got to worry about your height. But if you're below that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you can't like speed up the growing process. Like maybe getting more sleep, like maybe that'll help. A lot of people ask me like, how can I grow taller? It's like, dude, like it's a genetic thing. It's one of those things that you just cannot really control. So why worry about it? If you're short, just be the best damn short quarterback in the world. Like that's literally what you have to do to be able to stand out and get noticed. Like if you're sitting there, if you're 5'8", like myself, and you're thinking, man, how am I going to compete with these 6'4" guys? Think about it. Arm strength, accuracy, extend playability, football IQ, all the attributes of the quarterback position that are not physical, you should be 10x better than your competition that is 6'4" and 6'5". You have to do all the little things better than that guy and be a way better player than that 6'4", 6'5" guy if you want to have a chance. Fact of the matter how it is. If you're a short guy, the deck's stacked against you. But you're seeing it's becoming more popular. Kyler Murray, first pick in the draft. Bryce Young, first pick in the draft. You've seen all these guys have a lot of success at the college level, and if you're short and you can ball and you play at the college level, like the height's not going to be a factor in the NFL. Like guys, the linemen are really not that much. Like there are some big dudes in the NFL, obviously much bigger than college, but the height factor, like bro, like if they're 6'2", you ain't going to be able to see. So it doesn't matter. You got a different way of playing in the pocket. So you have to do all those little things better if you're short as a quarterback. Now, weight-wise, what you be shooting for? I think a lot of that depends on your height. And a lot of people think like, well, I got to weigh X amount to be able to stand out to a college coach. Like that's not the case, guys. Like they're not recruiting bodybuilders. They're not recruiting powerlifters. They're looking for the best football players. And in your case, the best quarterback possible. So don't worry about the exact number of your weight. You want to come in as athletic and as big as possible. So if you're 6 foot and you're like 185, but you're an athletic 185, that's great. If you're 6'2" and you're an athletic 205, 225, that's great. If you're 5'9" and you're 175 pounds, that's where I think you should probably try to shoot, but you're low body fat percentage, you're athletic, that's a good spot to be at. Guys, when you get to college, they're going to put weight on you. I'll tell you a story about when I went to college. I get there, I was 5'9", I would say. I think I grew a little bit. 5'9", probably 165 pounds. I lied on everything. I was like, I'm 180 pounds. I would tell everybody I'm 180. I was very low body fat percentage. I'm talking like probably 8 or 9%. I was pretty shredded. I was in good physical shape. I was fast, all those things. But when I got there, they were like, yeah, we got to put some weight on you, right? To be able to absorb those types of hits. So what I did, they put a ton of weight on me, bro. I think I got up to like 185, I want to say, like 20 pounds. And that was because they had been doing a sick meal plan. It was sickening. Don't even think this is the right way to do it, but it worked. But it was, I would have 2 plates of what I would normally eat. So let's say for breakfast, I'd have 4 eggs, a banana, and 2 pieces of toast. I would have 8 eggs, 4 pieces of toast, and 2 bananas. I'm not saying to do that either because that was a living hell. But put weight on you. So when you get to college, they will do whatever it takes to put weight on you. You're going to be on a lifting program. That's one of the hardest things that you have ever done in your life. So don't worry about the exact number. Try to be as heavy as possible. Don't neglect that. Try to be as tall as possible. You can't control it, but you want to be as tall as possible, obviously. But you can't control those types of things. You can control your weight, but you can't control your height. Just focus on what you can control, and that's being the best possible quarterback that you can be. All right, guys, so now another thing that college coaches would be looking for in a quarterback is going to be accuracy. So how accurate are you? Can you put the ball on the dime consistently, right? And so that's something that you have to really challenge yourself, and you should be hard on yourself as a quarterback. A lot of people are terrible information and advice out there like, oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You should be freaking hard on yourself, especially if you're an undersized quarterback and you're trying to play at the next level. If we're in a t-shirt and shorts environment, you should be 100% on air. You should not miss a pass. Routes 7-on-7, you should be like 85, 90% completion percentage. I don't care if your receivers can't catch the ball. You need to make sure that they catch the damn ball because that's the standard that you have to hold yourself to. But anything t-shirt and shorts, you're at a training session, should be 100% catchable footballs. There are different times where you have a bad spiral. I get it. Different mechanical things that you need to work on. You might try something and miss a throw because you're working on something. I get it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a situation where you're just dealing, you're just throwing 100% catchable footballs. That's the standard that you have to hold yourself to because you cannot miss passes like that in college. In college, it is so competitive, guys. You don't understand that your job is up for grabs. Like you could start a full year and the next year they bring somebody in who's better than you in camp, outworks you, outperforms you, just is better. he's going to start. Guys, these coaches have to put food on the table at that level. They're getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, depending on where you go. Best guy's going to play. So it's a constant grind. So if you're missing easy throws, guys, they're not going to go with you. So you need to hold yourself to that standard. Accuracy is one of the most important things to be able to play at that next level, because anybody can look good on their highlight tape. They're not showing the incompletions. This is probably where stats matter a little bit. I'm not a big stats guy. I would take a kid with sick film, only 1,500 yards, over a kid who has average film with 3,000 yards. Like, he's just not making those types of plays. His receivers are doing a lot of work for him. I would take the kid with 1,500 yards freaking balling. So would a lot of other college coaches, because it's not about stats, but completion percentage is important. How accurate are we? That matters. All right, guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is going to be football IQ. Can you read a defense? If you want to know how you can read a defense and certain things that you can work on, post in the comment section below. I want to learn how to read defenses. I'll send you over a link to some information that we have that can help you guys improve your football IQ and your knowledge of the quarterback position. But football IQ is essentially reading defenses. Do you know what to look for? Do you know where your eyes should be? Do you know where your feet should be? Can you get the ball out of your hands on time? Do you know how to watch film? All those things matter, because when you get to college, they're going to expect you to know that. Like, they're going to teach you the offense, obviously, and they're going to teach you certain things, where to look, how to do their stuff, but it's a way quicker learning curve. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. High school to college is extremely, like, youth ball to high school is really not that bad. Like, JV to varsity is really not that bad. It's not that big of a difference. High school to college, it's a pretty big difference. It's tough. Things are moving a lot faster. Even, I don't care what level of college football you play either. High school going to JUCO, high school going to NAIA, D2, D3, D1 especially, everybody's freaking fast. So you got to start processing information fast. So if you have that good foundation of high school, understanding defenses, read keys, coverages, it makes it that much easier to transition. Because it's a tough transition. College coaches know that. Like, at any level, like, you got a quarterback who goes to USC, like, not going to name any names, but he's at USC this past year trying to back up Caleb Williams, and he's struggling. He was struggling, at least when he got there at first in spring ball, struggling a little bit. It's totally normal. Everybody blew it way out of proportion. Like, oh, this guy's not as good as we said he was. Guys, it's a freaking tough transition, especially if you're moving away from your family. Like, it's tough. You don't have a family, you don't have a good sports system. It's a tough thing. You have a lot going on mentally. So if you have a good football IQ, good football knowledge of coverages, knowledge of reads, it makes it that much easier to make that transition. And then don't even get me started. College to NFL is the hardest transition. I never made that transition. But ask anybody. That's the hardest one. So progressively jumps levels. So build that foundation now so you don't have to worry about it later. All right, fellas, really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. It's always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you would like to come out and train with us in 15 different states this offseason, check out that very first link in the description below. We're coming all the way out from Miami, Florida, to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, all over the place, guys. So very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you there. I'll see you guys next time.